Hey guys, my name is Michael Nastro, and I'm currently a senior at Wando High School. And since I'm a part of the baseball team, I decided to read you guys Baseball Saved Us by Ken Maczewski and illustrated by Don Lee. One day, my dad looked out at the endless desert and decided then and there to build a baseball field. He said people needed something to do in camp. We weren't in a camp that was fun, like summer camp. Ours was in the middle of nowhere, and we were behind barbed wire fence. As Dad began walking over the dry, cracked dirt, I asked him again, "Why are we here?" "Because," he said, "America's at war with Japan, and the government thinks that Japanese Americans can't be trusted. But it's wrong that we're here. We're Americans too." Then he made a mark in the dirt and mumbled something about where the infield bases should be. Back in school, before camp, I was shorter and smaller than the rest of the kids. I was always the last to be picked for any team when we played games. Then, a few months ago, it got even worse. The kids started to call me names, and nobody talked to me. One day, Mom and Dad came to get me out of school. Mom cried a lot because we had to move out of our house real fast, throwing away a lot of our stuff. A bus took us to a place where we had to live in horse stalls. We stayed there for a while until we came here. This camp wasn't anything like home. Dust storms came and got sand in everything. We sometimes got caught outside. We had to use the bathroom with everyone else. We had to eat with everyone else too. We lived with a lot of people in what were called barracks. This place was small and had no walls. That's when Dad knew we needed baseball. We didn't have anything we needed for baseball, but the grown-ups were pretty smart. There weren't any trees, but they found wood to build bleachers. Bats, balls, and gloves arrived in cloth sacks from friends back home. My mom and other moms took the covers off of mattresses and used them to make uniforms. They almost looked like the real thing. I tried to play, but I wasn't that good. Dad said I just needed to try harder. All the time, I practiced. Soon, there were baseball games all the time. Grown-ups played, and us kids played too. I played second base because my team said that was the easiest. Whenever I came to bat, the infield of the other team would start joking around and moved in real close. The catcher behind me and the crowd for the other team would say, "Easy out." I usually grounded out, but sometimes I got a single. Then came one of our last games of the year to decide on the championship. It was the bottom of the ninth inning, and the other team was winning 3-2. One of our guys was on second, and there were 2 outs. 2 pitches, and I swung both times and missed. I could tell that our guy on second was begging me to at least get a base hit so somebody better could come up to bat. Then the crowd was getting loud. "You can do it. Strike out. No hitter. No hitter." I gripped the bat hard and took a couple of practice swings. I was going to hit the ball past the guardhouse, even if it killed me. Everyone got quiet, and the pitcher threw. I stepped into my swing and pulled the bat around hard. The ball went even further than I expected. I could see the ball high in the air as I ran to first base. I kept running as fast as I could, and I got to home plate. I didn't even realize that I'd crossed it. Before I knew it, I was up on the air on the shoulders of my teammates. But it wasn't as if everything was fixed. There were bad things when I got home from camp after the war. I had to eat lunch by myself. Then baseball season came. I was the smallest guy again, but playing baseball in camp made me a lot better. By the time the first game came around, I felt almost like a part of the team. But as soon as we got out there, it hit me. Nobody on my team, or the other team, or even anybody in the crowd looked like me. When we walked out onto the field, my hands were shaking. It felt like all these mean eyes were staring at me, wanting me to make mistakes. My team came out to bat, and I was next. I looked down. I thought maybe I should pretend to be sick so I wouldn't have to finish the game. But I knew that would make things even worse because I would get picked on at school for being a chicken. When I stepped back up to the plate, I looked at the pitcher. We stared at each other. Then I blocked out the noise around me and got set. The pitcher wound up and threw. I swung and felt that solid whack again. I could see a little ball in the air against the blue sky and a puffy white clouds. It looked as if it were going over the fence. The end. So I think the important lesson to get from this story is that through hard work and dedication, you can change the way people think about you and you can overcome any obstacles. I mean, and as long as you work hard and as long as you're really dedicated to being good at something, it could be baseball, it could be school, people will really see that and they'll think better of you, even if before they didn't really think you were all that good for whatever reason. Well, thank you guys for reading with me. I hope you guys had as much fun as I had, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.